Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Germany campaign, which is now on version 10.41. Thank you to everyone that's watched the series so far, and we will continue on. There is a download link to the mod and version 10.41 in the description, as always, and yeah, let's jump straight in. Now, we are a couple of months ahead of time, and the only reason why we are a couple of months ahead of time in this case is because I wanted to test that there wasn't going to be any save game issues with porting over to 10.41. And so far, I haven't had any sort of major outstanding issues that I need to deal with. You didn't really miss anything. The Spanish nationalists did win their civil war, but, I mean, we knew that that was going to happen anyway. And there's been some tech advances and things. We do have the next monumental architecture building to do. And in fact, that's what we're going to be, I think, doing right now, is getting into that. So, let's have a little look at that side of things. So, I think we're going to want the Global Intelligence Headquarters. And the main reason we want that is for a buff to our research efficiency. We're going to get another 5% out of that, which is going to add to our already amazing research efficiency. We do want to offer and do the war games for a little bit of ruling party support and some more officer recruitment. And then let's have a little look at this nationalist won the civil war. So, relation with the Spanish state changed by 2. Okay. Seems like quite a low change, but oh well. Gain 4 national unity. And gain patriotic fervour until July 5th of 1938. Which gives us a slight bonus to our manpower, our daily descent change, organisation regain rate, and ruling party support. We gain the KG-88, which is a pretty useful unit, actually. I'm going to build a very specific, very quick division that will run with KG-88. And we gain the Victorious Condor Legion, which I think will spawn probably in Berlin. So, yep, Spain is now a friend, and we gain some tech bonuses as well, which is quite nice. And in fact, it did spawn in Berlin. Now, we're going to need to have a little look at our Air Force relatively soon and rearrange it accordingly. So, what just jumped? Schwerpunkt. Very good. We can get to the next level of Kasselschlacht, which I think is useful. Once again, my pronunciations are never going to be very good in this series. And yeah, we've got a fair amount dedicated for supplies at the moment because we were just upgrading our units. Now, I think we should just lower the supply consumption. Well, yeah, we don't have much production to go with, to be honest. Let's drop it down to 55. That's because we've got a couple of units that are negatively impacting our IC. And you can see that negative impact within the 15 unit IC penalty there. I don't know why I pointed to the screen then. I pointed at my desk to the screen to indicate the 10% debuff, but yeah, there's a 10% debuff and a minus 3.3% as we build some planes as well at the moment. Let's yeah, do something like that, because we do want to rebuild our supply stockpile a little bit again. And onwards. Now, I'm actually recording this the day after I did a little chat with Gamer1745 about Black Ice. So I do highly recommend that you guys go check out that video. It is quite long. Really, I'd recommend the first hour and a half mainly, if you're interested in Hearts of Iron 3, because there's a bit of a tangent about Hearts of Iron 4 that occurs. But if you play both games, then you'll probably find that quite interesting. There's our 5% research efficiency and a bit of espionage bonus, which is important because we've still got our stuff going on with the United States. Now, the Democrats have had a major bonus to get up to 44%. But our German-American Bund is up to 27%, so they are the second largest force in American politics. Now, you'll probably notice this covert operations, which I've now put up. Now, the reason for that is we're going to attempt a coup in America to bring them on side. That is the plan. We've also got pretty high threat on the Soviets and the UK now, and we're going to keep that running. Purely because it's starting to really negatively impact a lot of nations. And it's pushing a lot of countries, like Romania, for example, towards us, and making it a lot quicker for us to invite them into the faction. As you can see, you're either going sort of like towards the British, or you're going towards the Axis. And the higher the threat gets, the more likely it is they're going to start drifting in our direction. So, energy for money, definitely Italy. Now, we are converting yet more of our energy into oil now via our tech. The improved coal liquefaction? Yeah, liquefaction, which is at 9% now, so that's quite good. That's aiding our oil output quite nicely. And we're green across the board on our economy. Now, at the end of I think it was episode 2 as I'm recording this. I haven't put episode 3 live yet, but I did get a comment on episode 2 asking me why I don't do a IC build Germany. The main reason I don't do an IC build Germany, I will answer your comment as well within text, but I think it was worth bringing up on the video as well, is there are debuffs that you get if you have too much IC now within Black Ice to stop going all in on just production as Germany. But to be honest, you can save IC not only by building it, but also by improving your practicals for things like planes. And I prefer to build up a large plane and navy force prior to building industrial capacity, because you gain industrial capacity as Germany through peaceful seizure of Austria and through Czechoslovakia. And I think Marmol gives you a little bit of IC as well. I think it might be free. I think in total you get about 40 to 50 IC through like peaceful conquest. And also you get IC events during the 4-year plan and through the party conference events. So through those things, you're actually getting an IC benefit as well. So I don't personally think there's much point building IC as Germany in the earlier part of the war. I think you actually need to build up your units and your air force a little bit first. I think towards 1939, maybe 40, I might build some more IC. But the main thing that you need to do as Germany is actually sort out your resource production, like I've done, in my opinion. Because as I say, you're going to get eventually the IC. I mean, even if you're not that good at this game, you're going to get the IC from definitely a little bit of Marmol, but you're going to get Czechoslovakia, Poland, the Dutch, the Belgian lands, Luxembourg, Denmark, and France, and then also you're going to get Norway. So you're going to get a lot of IC from all of that. So do you really need to build any? Yeah. That's just my thoughts. Because your units are qualitatively better. But, I mean, to be honest, if you want to do an IC build Germany as well, there's no reason why you can't. It's just, personally, I don't think it's necessary. The amount of games I've played as Germany where I've had more IC than I've had manpower. Okay, so not long until we clear away our descent again. And we are improving our submarines quite nicely as well. But as you can see, we've now got quite the little... Oh, we just want that on 0.5, thank you. But we've got quite the improvement to our efficiency now. So there's a minus 4% buff there, which is a bit of a shame. But we've got 555, so we've got 25, 26, so 51%, 74%, so 70% bonus to our research efficiency. So as you can see, that's allowing us to bang out research at a really quite impressive rate. Basic submarine torpedo, we're definitely going to want that. Okay. So Finland wants some energy for money, we'll definitely do that. And the Monroe effect, which again is another one that we're going to want to do. But there's also under our level 2, where was it again? Ah, yes, high density alloys. Yeah, we want that. Thank you very much. And yeah, there goes our IC requirement back in place. And we can get back to a full production queue again. Now, we have built up the Hanover oil reserve as much as possible. And we're up to 25 oil out of Hanover, which isn't actually too bad as Germany. That's our one major oil place. Okay. Now, I'm thinking we should get back round to air techs, and I'm thinking we should start with the CAG stuff, get our naval bombers improving. Because we're going to go quite naval bomber heavy, because I was quite impressed with their performance during the Italy campaign, and I'm hoping I can apply some similar pressure to the British. Ooh, we've got a little bit less IC than we have base at the moment. And I can assume, yeah, that it's down to our IC penalties, which isn't very nice. And we're going to have some more planes up and running soon. In fact, we're going to need to do a new fighter run pretty quickly. In fact, we should probably try and get all of our air units together. So apart from Berlin, if we just grab everyone from around the nation and just rebase all of our air forces and then just see what we're dealing with. So we've got 32 fighters and so we've got 37 fighters at the moment as it stands. Ideally we're going to want to get that over 100 over the next couple of years, so I'm going to switch over to even more plane production pretty quickly. We've got ourselves the first of our twin-engine fighters, which is nice. And we can take a little bit out of our officer ratio just to keep things ticking over. Okay. Money for fuel. We don't want to do any money for fuel, thank you very much. Submarine torpedo tubes. Now, that's another submarine tech that we definitely want. We've got to build up nice and quickly. I'd be interested to hear in the comments if anyone's got any thoughts about the new version, what their thoughts are with it overall so far. I mean, I'm, to be honest, pretty pleased with it. 10.33 was good, but I had my problems with the fact that it crashed all the time, and there was a couple of other minor things which I wasn't particularly happy with, which have been rectified in this version. I think in Gamers, little talkback we did the other day, I mentioned that the building system in 10.3 was a little bit crappy. I much prefer the fact that you get bonuses linked to what ministers you have in charge. That is a major improvement over the last version. Okay, so supplies are the real problem at the moment. And then the oil rigs will be coming online in Vienna. Yeah, so there's only 3 levels of that left there. We're going to be onwards for a pretty decent amount of oil per day. Nearly 40, which isn't too bad without a refinery. And considering that we're Germany. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the slightly slower pace of this one where I'm not skipping forward. I am doing it on purpose to try and just show my process as much as I can. My extremely mediocre way of playing this game. But hopefully, there's some use being defined from this. So yeah, June for the last of our steel fields in Saar-Louise. Now I did notice I should have built up Aachen as well, but to be completely honest, we're going to be upwards probably of 300 steel in the positive, so we don't really need to worry about that anymore. And let's have a little look at our intelligence situation. So yeah, we're still improving our party support in Sudetenland, within Czechoslovakia and the Sudeten Party. Now you'd think the Sudeten Party would lose relevance after getting Sudetenland returned, but apparently not. And the majority of their government now is made up of crazy fascists. So let's have a little look. Now, all neat and tidy. Dresden is also going to finish off in June, which is very nice. And we'll have got a full amount of res production there. Hopefully we'll have 20 per day. And yeah, another one of port strike, please. Because that's the best way I can think of handling the British Navy, is actually through air power. and a couple of naval battles. Now, I very much doubt Bismarck is going to spawn, sadly, because I started this game when Bismarck was one of the bugged units, and I have a feeling we're not going to get it. So I'm definitely glad I've lent towards a submarine-focused Germany. I think without the practicals as well, it's very difficult to do a naval Germany that's a complete powerhouse. Now, I do want you as well, so we are going to form the vessel. And it is purely June, and we're back up to 205, which is good. I imagine one of the debuffs just wore off. Yeah, I think the 10% penalty just got removed, and then the 5 IC penalty is probably going to disappear as well relatively soon. Yep, so 1944 are port units, and yeah, we want to get forward air control on our tactical command. Radar in electronics. Yes, we are doing you as we speak. And submarine hull is about to improve. So we're going to have pretty advanced submarines. Hopefully some people in the world will want to buy some of our advanced submarines. And Japan is doing pretty well against the Chinese. It's not 100% going their way, but probably in 1939 I reckon they'll have won that. Which is a little bit quicker than it was in real life. Well, they never won actually in real life. So, but what I mean is their progress is obviously much improved against the real world version. But we did want to keep Japan relatively powerful, just so that they provide a bit of a counterweight against America for us. And then air superiority tactics. Now, I did also get a question from Darkstar about why I wasn't playing on a harder difficulty. Now, the main reason for that is that this is a new version and I want to just test normal and see how normal plays in the game. We are still playing against, I think I put the Soviets to hard. So that will still be a challenge. You know, we've got to consider I am most definitely not the best at this game. So the Soviet Union will definitely still be a struggle, but hopefully it'll be less of a struggle than what we noted previously. So transport ship, yep, once again. Hopefully through our tactical decisions we're making now, the Soviets won't be the worst thing in the world. And we are going to lose the Sino-German Corporation event pretty soon, which will negatively impact our rares production. It will probably put us in the negative, I would imagine. Okay, submarine class. And CAS pilot training is what we're doing. Yep, fighter pilot training. Unless there's a submarine tech. Ah, yeah, we can get long-range submarines, in fact. We will take a little bit out of that to do that. I am building some in our build queue now. And we're going to want to get onto the next level pretty quickish, I would say. Oh, look, my video's in the background there. Because I was getting the link for another one of my series. Okay, so in Dresden, rares reaction, or extraction is, yeah, 19th of June. And yeah, we'll take a bit more out just to put it back into reverse that quick change. And yeah, steel armor casting is what we're doing at the moment. Now, I have moved all of our units out. And there's a couple more units that we're going to want to move into position. We want to detach the fascist militia, to be honest, from you. Because they slow down the units. And we're going to build a pretty quick light tank division to go with the Kampfgruppe 88. Let's just make sure we haven't got any Sudeten or Inherit Czechoslovakia event. I think that occurs in 39, but I don't want to say that for certain and then be wrong. pretty much made it back round again. We want to get twin engine fighter training going. And decryption, perfect, up to 1940. And yeah, let's get the ground crew training and the twin engine ground crew training. Make our air force as effective as possible. And we are building up our transport fleet quite nicely. We are going to be using a few paratroopers in this campaign. Because I am going to... I think I've said this before, but I'm going to give it my best to try and invade the British in this campaign. We're going to try it. We're not going to have much of a navy, but we can give it a go. At least attempt it. Okay, and how's our covert operations point? So up to 9. And we've got a 30% popularity with our German-American Bund. So ground attack tactics, sure. Thank you. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And the longer that we stay in green in rares, the better. We want to keep that stockpile, as I keep saying, above 40 and start really building that up. Based on the fact that we're seeing quite an improvement in Dresden. Yeah, we're up to 20.4 there. So that's not too bad. We'll definitely take that. That's quite good. Now, as I say, we're going to lose the bonus from the Sino-German cooperation, which will negatively impact that, but hopefully we'll inherit Czechoslovakia and that will undo the damage. So, right, let's take Lufthansa planes for the Luftwaffe, and I'm going to definitely take that event. I'm not sure where they spawn. Yes, they spawn in the capital. Now that gives us 10 transport planes, which is pretty nice. That's pretty good. Got another 4 in the production queue. Another 5 in the production queue, so that takes us up to 15. That's pretty good going. That's a decent transport fleet pre-war. Let's take a little bit out of our... Just get rid of that descent. I don't like descent. Okay, battlecruiser armor thickness. Yeah, very good. Battleship armor thickness. Why are you being held behind? Interesting. Okay, so... Yeah, battlefield interdiction. Interdiction tactics and airbase strike. I'm going to want all of those. And beautiful. We're looking very nice. Money. Yeah, energy for money. Why not? And industrial efficiency. Are you at 38? Yep, so we'll let you run. Are you going to finish? Yep, you're going to finish before the end of the year. Money for fuel. No, no, no. And the majority of our build queue is going to be finished relatively soon. Capital ship medium armament, 1940. And the last one of our techs here is the airbase one there. And I think that's it for 38 techs. The only one that we could do is we could do a couple of naval ones, like the capital ship raiders. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have a think on that. I mean, we're going to have a large submarine fleet, so I don't think we necessarily need to do the capital ship raiders. So, Mountain HQ, 39. Marine HQ we want to do. Thank you very much. Does that mean that we can get Marines? No, we need basing. Ah, yeah. We're going to be doing that pretty soon. Motorized HQ. Yeah, take you off and do the paratrop. The the power drop one. Okay, Armoured HQ once again. And we're going to say no to all of these. Because I don't care about having the HQs. I just care about having the bonuses that those techs attribute to us. And we're back around to doing 39 level techs. And to be honest, let's do basic education enhancement / investment straight away. I wonder, how long are you going to take? Yeah, 39. You know what, Finland? I will do an oil trade with you, because we're still making a decent amount of oil ourselves, and I think Romania is still, yeah, it is still making its way over to the Axis. Yugoslavia, we're going to stop influencing you, and we're going to start influencing Hungary to get them towards us ASAP. Now, Italy, yeah, you're still very close to us. Let's just say no to you, and to you. Okay, so tank radio communication, yep. Civil defense, and then, yes, onto industry. Now, I don't think there's any 1939s in here, nope. Nope, most definitely not. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to do basing before we do anything else, because we want the early ability to start creating marine units. We could build some naval infantry first, actually. Maybe that's what we will do once we've finished off these industry buildings. There's not many of them left, just Bitburg. And are you going to take us over to 300? No. But we're still close. And capital ship torpedo advancement. Beautifully done. So, on to construction then. So, basing. Oh, we're going to get that this year. Oh no, is that next year? In December? I think so. Okay, airplane radio communication is one that we can grab and we're going to want. We're still doing these techs this year. Now, 1938 is quite a large tech year, so it's good that we're doing a lot of these ahead. Interesting. So, the communists managed to take Manjiang, which might cause the AI a couple of problems over here. I mean, the thing is, they're advancing everywhere else, so I don't think it will cause too much issues, but it's interesting to see how Japan are doing, like, compared to earlier versions. Okay, we're just going to wait for those 24 to finish organising, and then I will produce what we need. Well, in fact, we could do that now. Okay, yeah, let's do that now. Let's get an idea of what we need, so, to fill out the ranks, so to speak. So we've got 6 close air support, 44 fighters, 3 twin engines, 11 transport planes, 9 medium bombers, 18 light bombers, and 5 close air supports alongside, fighter bombers. So we've got 3 groups ready made. We could do with another 2 units of you. So let's grab you. That takes us up to 5. The others are all quite nice round numbers, so you know what? We're just going to get some more fighters, because we do need more fighters in general. And we'll have another 3 groups like that out relatively soon. And everyone loves money for fuel trade. Yep, supplies as well are causing a bit of problems. And capital ship main armament. Okay. So that's a 39 level, so we don't need to worry about doing you, actually. And we're nearly at the point where we can do hangar bay maintenance. We're a little bit behind on that tech. We're a bit behind on where I want to be with our Air Force, so I'm going to need to really prioritize that alongside a bit of army construction. Okay, so Saar Louise. The last of our rares trade. Expand our light aircraft factories. Can we do a new chromite trade? Yep, we do want to do the Ost command. And yeah, I can't see the chromite trade option. Up to 13 light aircraft factories. Okay, and we're doing the 38 level air sort of liaison techs as well. So everything, tank crew training. Yeah, we want to get you as well. We want to get you before the end of the year. Yeah, and Kampfgruppe requires the combined arms integration, so that's quite a difficult tech to get. Because I think you need to fight 200 battles to get that. Okay, so Bismarck is launched. Are we going to get it? That's the question. We did! Okay, so the hotfix is working, everyone. We got the Bismarck event, so that's nice. We are going to have the Big Daddy battleship. Okay, so air-based blueprints. Definitely want the industrial zone organization. No, 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 no. Everyone thinks we need fuel. The whole world thinks that fuel is important. So, time to browse our chromite options again. Now, we've got a pretty sizable amount of money and we can buy it from Turkey again. So, that's what we're going to do. Now, Turkey, how far away are you from our faction? You're drifting towards the Allies at the moment, but we're not influencing you actively. If we started, would that be terrible? I mean, the highest threat they see is the Soviet Union, so yeah, they're not likely to join them. It would cost us 2 influence to do this. I think we should try and get Turkey on board. I think we should try it. Might as well. And, yep, you're 39, so we can take you off. Let's do airport capabilities. Want to start getting things very ahead of time on industrial tech. Okay. Infantry radio communication is at 40. We can get seaport and railroad technologies. Or maybe just one. Oopsie daisy. My maths is not very good today. And I think someone just bought something from us, which sorted out our immediate drop-off. So that's nice of them. Okay, so we have 45 fighter planes. Once we finish off the air groups, these ones here, that'll take us up to, I think it's at 50? Yes, so 3 times tables here, everyone. 50, 48. Oh, need one more fighter then to fill out our wings. Just to get them into nice groups of 3. Let's chuck you up. And then the question is, do we want to get tungsten yet? Probably a little bit early to get tungsten. I think we should get that next year. So tactical air attack focus, 1940. Recon units, yep, 39. And yeah, theoretical jet engine. We definitely want you. Good. We can start getting radar stations now. So, all things considered, we're looking pretty nice. So our aircraft are now costing us only 2.6 IC. So this is what I was saying about needing to build industry. If you work on your practicals and decrease those instead of building just industry, you're getting a unit that can fight whilst decreasing the IC cost anyway. So surely it makes sense to get a unit that you can actually use in combat rather than just building up the industry for some point down the line. Bearing in mind that you're going to be declaring war earlier than a lot of other nations, so you need a pretty sizable army and air force when you get up to that point. Hopefully that makes a little bit of warped sense. Okay, anything on here? Nope. Okay, and I'm debating when we should switch over to war economy. I think in 1939 we should switch over to war economy and get things moving on that front. Now, radar, I think we should actually keep that running. And yeah, engineers and motorization of cavalry we're going to want pretty quickly as well. Yeah, we're going to be looking pretty good, all things considered, on that front. And we've got a pretty sizable, like, what's the word I'm looking for? A pretty sizable surplus of officers at the moment, which is nice as well. Okay, so we want infantry tech, we want you, and defensive position designs. And then we're already up to artillery, which is lovely. Lovely jubbly. This tech strategy has worked quite well. We're very much ahead of time. The game nearly committed some form of ritual pain there on itself. Medium artillery brigade, so we can rush that. Industrial production. Yep, 1940. Let's grab rocket artillery and rush that as well. Armor unit training. Yeah, more 1939 level techs. Range finding equipment, sure, why not? And how are we looking in the American theatre? So still 28 in the positive, and up to 13 covert operative points. But yeah, they're very popular at the moment, the Democrats. I imagine that they're getting a lot of bonuses due to New Deal policies. And yeah, Czechoslovakia is still becoming more and more friendly with us in relation to their government. We did lose some of our blueprints again, which is a bit of a shame. And yeah, only Berlin and a couple of other nations or places now that we're going to be building our rares factories. Right, Armoured Unit Commands, 1939. Air Force HQ, 39. And onto anti-air ammunition, like, pretty soonish. Okay, Naval HQ. And speaking of Naval HQ, that's going to prompt some, a couple of events. We are going to say no need to both of you. And armoured car designs, very nice. And we're already back round to anti-tank, so we can get the small caliber tank cannon going pretty soonish. And hopefully we're going to be able to get some of these guys up and running pretty quickly. I mean, we're already at 1940 level for our heavy armour designs, so that's pretty good. Because I'm going to start wanting to build some Fortress Buster units, and I'm definitely going to use heavy armor in them, I think, this time round. Right, armored car designs. Yep. Small caliber tank cannon, we can get that up and running. And background to prototypes. We need to do... Right, there's a couple of 38 techs there that we desperately need to get onto. And I think I'm going to call it an episode there. So thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in episode 6 of the Germany campaign. Please like and subscribe as ever. I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks again. Bye-bye.